What is up, guys? Today is my first ever trade recap video. And I'm pretty much going to walk you guys through my trade ideas, my trade recaps, a little bit of my bias, why I took my trades, and as well show you guys my P&L. And I'm going to try to do this every day. But again, I'm kind of winging it right now, so bear with me. And it's just going to get better from here. So let's go ahead and get started. Today is March 16th, 2026. And I'm going to go ahead and start. So going into the day, first, let me show you my P&L ski. Today I did $1,769.96 across my 4 accounts. So not a big day, not my biggest day, but I was able to capitalize with this okay price action. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my trades, a little bit of my buys going into the day, and where I took my trades. So today, overall, I was bullish. Why was I bullish? So let's go ahead and replay this. Going into the day, I identified two trade scenarios that I was looking to actually happen. So, and why this is so important to do this is because you're not just sticking to one specific bias. You're not just like, okay, I'm only bullish on the day. Okay, I'm only bearish on the day. This has to happen in order for me to take a trade today. No. And before I really kind of got into this mindset and where I am with trading right now, that's what I was doing. I was missing out on so many opportunities in the markets. And as soon as I was able to fix that and create two scenarios when it's obviously not obvious we're going in a certain direction, my win rate started to get higher. I was starting to take better trades, and overall was able to capitalize on a lot more. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So today I was bullish. Why was I bullish? But what would I like to see in order for us to be bullish and me to take a trade? So I identified going into market open that we had this hourly fair value gap that we had created in London session overnight. Okay. And also, what did we have? We had these two significant draws in liquidity up above. Of course, these are internal draws, but in order for these to get taken and me to take a long position, I would like to see this kind of scenario happen first. So again, off of open, I was looking to see us manipulate lower to fill this hourly fair value gap and then get our pull back up higher to fill these draws. And then potentially that was going to be our trade for the day. Again, that was my trade scenario 1. Scenario 2. Always got to have this. We were going to rip off of open, come and fill this hourly fair value gap, sweep these highs, and then we can start to see this LRL down. Oh, I cannot talk today. This Celsius, not a promo, literally cracking me out. But let's get this over with. So that was my overall bias was bullish. But if we were going to be bearish, again, this is why you could create two scenarios. I was going to want to see something like this off of open, sweep these highs, and then we could get some sort of inversion back to the downside to then target all of this LRL down below. But again, it's not happening. Let's go ahead and show you guys the scenario that happened. Let's go back into our lower time frames, and then we can go ahead and get started with this. So again, we have our hourly fair value gap down below, which is what I was looking for to be able to take longs. And let's go ahead and play this out for you guys. So again, being patient. Let's go play this out. So off of open, right off the rip, boom, we came down and filled this hourly fair value gap. Again, idea took place, right? Wow. But you need confirmation. You can't just take a trade because you're feeling like it. You can't. So we came down and filled this hourly fair value gap. Unfortunately, I was wanting to see some sort of movement where we can create some sort of bearish structure on the way down. Something like this, have a fair value gap here, then inversion, then we can kind of long this up to here and then start taking out our draws up above. But again, didn't really play out like that. And I'm going to show you guys what happened, where I took my trade and all this other stuff. So let's go and continue to play this out. Now we're finally getting that pullback. What would have happened? Bing, boom, bong. Would have smacked. But again, it's not how you trade. Unless you're feeling risky. If you're feeling risky, I would never suggest to do this. But again, everybody has their own way of trading. This is not financial advice. But still being patient. We have no fair value gaps. Again, I'm not specifically trading off of fair value gaps, inversions, and all this stuff. But it is a high confluence with my confirmation model. And again, I'm not going to get too deep into that. But maybe in the future, we'll see. Let's go ahead and play this out. So again, still no fair value gaps, still no fair value gaps, still no fair value gaps, being patient. Okay, we have this massive daily candle. And again, this was actually a little bit of an idea for me here. So why was this an idea for me here? Because what were we doing? We respected our equilibrium of this range. Again, in these kind of scenarios, this is a confirmation or a continuation model or indicator that you could use. A really nice tool. I really like it. But again, we're respecting this equilibrium. We came down, filled this range, and I was looking to actually take it long. But again, what do we not have? Fair value gaps. No fair value gaps to be able to take a trade off of this. No confirmation, no nothing. The only thing you could have taken off of this was a break of structure to the upside, which we got. But we're so extended at this point. My draws where I was wanting to be target already gotten hit, so you can't really take that. So again, I'm looking for more confirmation. What kind of continuation can we get to go back up higher? Blah, 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 blah. So again, let's go ahead and play this out. Awesome. We created a fair value gap. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Awesome. So now, again, we're still kind of respecting this 50% of this range. We never really tapped back into it, but again, let's go ahead and play this out. Boom, boom, boom. We had this sweep right here, this internal sweep. Again, it's not really, just important to identify that we could potentially be, delivering from this level. But again, we also have a fair value gap that we were also respecting. If I go up to the higher time frame, right here. So we have this 3 minute that we were delivering off of, as well as respecting equilibrium with this range. Beautiful. Okay, so let's go back down to the lower time frame. I entered here for my first long. So why was my break even so tight right here? My break even was so tight right here because if we were actually wanting to deliver higher, we would have been able to fly through this, go straight up to TP, which my TP at this range right here was for a 1-to-1, targeting this internal draw and liquidity. So that was my target for the day. Of course, I could have targeted this, but with my RR and what I was willing to make on the day and risk, this was a beautiful draw for me. Again, so great closure above this. We had a strong inversion. I entered longs here, and you go ahead and let's just go ahead and play this out. You guys can go ahead and see how this plays out. Continue. Okay, boom, right there. I'm break even. I moved my stops to break even. Risk-free trade. If we want to continue to deliver higher, boom, that's what we're going to do. I don't even need to say anything. Break even. So we got a break even trade here. This was my first trade. I like the delivery of this. Of course, this was a really good break even. Why did I go break even here? Because this is our significant draw, our New York AM high at the point. So this is a really good draw on liquidity. This is our buy side to be able to go break even at this point. And again, we did that. What did we do? We diddied. What was this? This was our 9 a.m. Central Standard Time diddy. So no news either. So I was kind of surprised on this, but unfortunately I did get break even. But again, I did save some profits. Would have gotten stopped out. All good. So let's go ahead and play this out. Where did I take my second trade? Nope. So we actually had a break of structure. So I normally don't trade break of structure, but for a continuation trade, this is a confluence that I like to use. Again, I do like to use inverse fair value gaps. My model actually did, or my indicator did call this out. I don't really trade off of my indicator. It's going really well, but I kind of trade off of instinct, what I know in the markets, and all this other stuff. My indicator is just another little thing that helps. It's right here. I'm not going to turn it on. Secret. But yeah, so I entered here longs, pretty good displacement. I did go break even at this high once again. Again, this is a tight break even, but when you're in this range, we should have no problem pushing through this, literally at all. And so at this point, both indexes are bullish. Love it. So both indexes broke structure on to the upside, ES and NASDAQ. Again, being patient with it, having great delivery off of that gap. And yeah, took longs here. Let's go and play this out. So this is something that I really want to teach you guys to be able to identify. So I'm break even at this point. Really nice delivery. I like this. We broke structure back to the upside, if you want to even call it that. But we kind of just continuing this trade, just what I wanted to see. But you are having to watch both indexes. Why? Because if ES comes up, takes out this high, what do we have the potential to do? We have the potential to come up. ES sweeps this high, and then we can start moving back lower to create our downtrend down to our LRL down below. So you have to be careful with that. Whoa. So in this instance, I'm break even. Let's go ahead and continue to play this out. I'm going to show you guys. I actually manually close this trade, which I hate freaking doing. But you have to be safe in these scenarios. So right here, ES came up, took out this high. Of course, NASDAQ failed to do so, which was my beautiful TP. And what did we do right after ES took out that high? We started showing bearish reactions. So actually, I closed this trade right here. in this range. So, and then I'm literally going to show you guys what happens. Boom. Boom. So I was able to grab my profits after the SMT took place. Again, not too sad about this. These things happen, but being able to identify these things is what will save you. Save you. So I was able to capitalize, make some profits on the day. $1,780 on the day. Not too bad, but again, today wasn't a great day, I'd say. Not my biggest day. Was able to capitalize, get some profits like I already said 100 times. But yeah, so those are two key concepts that I'm watching in the markets. Going into market open, my bias was correct. We were bullish, right? But again, I'm going to show you guys what happens after this. So this whole entire leg right here was actually our manipulation. Because after we took out this, we actually came back up into this range. We made an equal high right here, and then we distributed lower. Again, I'm off the markets at this point, but I just identified that, saw that. So very key level to be able to watch ES NASDAQ. Watch out for our SMTs. This saved me. And again, this also comes with a lot of market experience. I've been trading for about a year and a half now. And being able to identify this stuff is super key. So if you guys have any questions at all, let me know. I'm going to start doing these weekly, every day during the week. Still figuring out platforms. And again, just going to kind of just try to build with this. I want to help you guys out, give you guys some sauce. And yeah, I'm building some stuff as far as platforms for me to be able to help you guys with classes. As you guys know, I've been doing my trading classes. My students are killing it, which is a lot of fun. And I'm going to start building some Discord communities as well for you guys to be able to trade with me, learn my knowledge, and overall just build a fun community because I love trading. I want to help you guys out. A lot of you guys are interested in it, which I'm stoked about. And yeah, so this is how I capitalized my 2 wins today. Unfortunately, our first trade was break even. Second trade manually closed. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hit full TP, but caught it well and made my profits up here at the top. So this was my trade recap on the day. Like and subscribe. I'm going to continue to do this. If you guys have any questions, ask in the comment section down below. And I will catch you guys on the next video.